So whenever you have a complex number like in a fraction form, that's division. Any fraction really means division. And the object is to get any i's out of the basement, out of the denominator. So you want to get the I out of the basement. You're going to have two situations. Either you're going to get a monomial, which is like this. It has just one term, negative 7i. Or you're going to get a binomial, which is like 2 plus 7i, would be a binomial, okay? The way they're handled are different. On a monomial, all you're going to do is multiply the top and the bottom by I. Okay? Because if you remember, what does I squared equal?
Negative 1.
Equals negative 1. So when you do this, you're going to get 4i plus 2i squared over negative 7i squared. Everybody remember that? So both of these I squares are really negative 1s. So let's see what that gives us. That gives us 4i plus 2 times negative 1, which is minus 2, over negative 7 times negative 1, which is 7. And you typically put the real part first and the imaginary part second. So that would be your final answer. When you have a binomial in the basement, and this is a binomial because you have a real part and an imaginary part, not just an imaginary part like last time, you have to multiply by the conjugate. What is the conjugate of 1 plus 6i? Anybody remember that? You change one thing.
Is it 1 negative 6i?
It is. It's 1 minus 6i. Very good. Okay? And I'm going to let you, for the division ones, to use your calculator, but you can't put all this in at once. Put the top in first in your calculator and get your answer and tell me what you get. So you get negative 9 minus 20i, and then put the bottom in. The bottom's always going to give you a number, and I believe it's 37. Make sure that I'm right. All you're going to look at now is, does negative 9, negative 20, and 37 have any factor in common that could be reduced? Like, are they all even numbers? Or are they all divisible by 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever? No. So that's the answer. If we had gotten something like negative 6 plus 9i over 12, all those numbers are divisible by 3, you would reduce it. So it would be negative 2 plus 3i over 4. Does everybody see that? You divide everything by the common factor. So always look at it and see if you can reduce it or not. If you can't reduce it, then that's your final answer. So that would be your final answer on that.